Everyone, George and I are here today to read you another story. Now George has asked if I'll read another of my stories, so I hope you don't mind. I'm going to read you the story of Sydney Shark and Wendy Wrasse. Sydney Shark was not his usual lively self. He had something stuck in his back teeth and it was giving him toothache. His whole head was throbbing with pain. Every time he swam towards someone to ask for help, they dived into the seaweed and the coral to hide. Sharks have sharp teeth and big mouths and swallow up sea creatures for breakfast, lunch and tea. No wonder they were all afraid of him. Sydney Shark swam towards Charlie Crab and said, "Don't be afraid, I don't want to eat you. There's something stuck in my teeth and I need your claws to pull it out. Please help me." But Charlie Crab did not believe a shark could change their ways and replied, "If I go inside your big wide mouth and look at your sharp teeth, surely you will close your jaws and have me for your tea." With that, he raised his claws, scuttled off sideways and hid under a big rock. Still in a lot of pain, Sydney Shark swam towards Shirley Seahorse and said, "Don't be afraid, I don't want to eat you. There's something stuck in my teeth and I need your curly tail to wrap around it and pull it out. Please help me." But Shirley Seahorse did not believe a shark could change their ways and replied, "If I go inside your big wide mouth and look at your sharp teeth, surely you will close your jaws and eat me for your tea." With that, she swam quickly into a big clump of seaweed until she could no longer be seen. In even more pain, Sydney Shark swam towards Ollie Octopus and said, "Don't be afraid, I don't want to eat you. There's something stuck in my teeth and I need the suckers on your tentacles to suck it out. Please help me." But Ollie Octopus did not believe a shark could change their ways and replied, "If I go inside your big wide mouth and look at your sharp teeth, surely you will close your jaws and have me for your tea." With that, he gathered up his tentacles and hid inside a cave in the coral reef. Sydney Shark's toothache was worse than ever, so he swam towards Jenny Jellyfish. She could sting a bit, but he was desperate, so he said, "Don't be afraid, Jenny Jellyfish, I don't want to eat you. There's something stuck in my teeth and I need your tentacles to wrap around it and pull it out. Please help me." But Jenny Jellyfish did not believe a shark could change their ways and replied, "If I go inside your big wide mouth and look at your sharp teeth, surely you will close your jaws and eat me for your tea." With that, she gathered up her tentacles, pumped up her bell and swam quickly away. Sydney Shark asked every sea creature he could find, although most were hiding away. He asked Percy Parrotfish, Sammy Starfish, Sheila Shrimp and Carlos Cuttlefish, and none of them believed a shark could change their ways. They all said the same thing. "If I go inside your big wide mouth and look at your sharp teeth, surely you will close your jaws and have me for your tea." No one would help Sydney Shark because they thought he would eat them. What could he do? The pain was too much. He sank to the bottom of the seabed and started to cry. Just then, a shoal of little fish swam by, the size that usually make a tasty snack between meals for a shark. One of the little fishes, Wendy Wrasse, noticed Sydney Shark was crying and she felt sad for him. Her friends swam quickly away, but Wendy stopped and asked Sydney Shark, "Why are you crying?" Sydney Shark lifted his head and looked up at the tiny fish speaking to him. She would make a tasty snack if he wasn't in so much pain. She was brave to talk to him. He replied, "I'm crying because I've got a terrible toothache. I've got something stuck in my back teeth and I need help to get it out. I've asked every sea creature I can find, but no one will help me. I've told them I won't eat them, but no one believes me. They think I'll close my jaws and have them for my tea." "You haven't asked me," said Wendy Wrasse. Surprised, Sydney Shark said, "How can a tiny little fish like you help me? And why would you want to?" Wendy Wrasse smiled at Sydney Shark and he saw her sharp little teeth. With that, she said, I don't like to see you sad and in pain, and I want to help you get back to your lively self again. Because I'm small, I can get right between your teeth and clean them with my sharp teeth. They'll be whiter and brighter than they've ever been. I can also clean your skin and keep your gills free from worms trying to get in. Aren't you afraid of me eating you for my tea? Asked Sydney Shark. Wendy Wrasse replied, if you promise not to eat me or any members of my family, we will keep your teeth sharp and shiny as a new pin. Sydney Shark made his promise and opened his mouth wide. Wendy Wrasse took courage and swam inside. Sydney's mouth was like a giant dark cave with rows of the sharpest teeth you've ever seen. At the back were 2 teeth with a fishbone stuck between them. Lots of seaweed was trapped around it. Wendy Wrasse loved eating seaweed and began to pull it into her mouth with her sharp teeth. Yummy seaweed in her tummy. Then she took the fishbone between her teeth and pulled on it. She swam backwards and pulled hard for quite some time before the fishbone wiggled free. Wendy took it out of Sydney's mouth and it fell to the seabed. Then she swam back in and cleaned all Sydney's teeth until they sparkled. Sydney Shark could not believe this little fish had saved him. He was no longer in pain and he could eat again. He kept his mouth wide open until Wendy swam out, and then he said to her, Wendy Wrasse, you've saved my life and I want to thank you hugely. My teeth have never felt so clean and sharp, so please will you come and do this for me again? From that day forward, Wendy Wrasse and her family were known as cleaner fish because they kept Sydney Shark and all his family's teeth, gills and skin free from seaweed, bones and worms. Sydney did change his ways and he kept his promise to Wendy. He made sure his family did the same. Sharks never snack on wrasse anymore, but every other creature better watch out. So what we learn from the story of Sydney Shark and Wendy Wrasse is that a brave act of kindness can change everything. And so I guess the question is, what kind acts can we do to help others in need? Until next time, do lots of brave, kind things and you'll change the world. See you soon. Bye.